Greetings everyone, Looney Farm Guy here with a new mod test for Friday, October the 7th, and this is the MX pack by HardModding, NicoPixes, and UniversSimuModding, 64.16 megabytes to download. This is a pack of 3 front loader tools, 16 attachment tools, and 3 weights, which look a lot more. There's a lot more than 3 weights. I'm not sure why they're saying there's 3 weights. There's more like 6 weights and 1 attachment in the weight category. So there's a lot going on in this pack. We're going to take it in sections. We're going to take it the front loaders, then the buckets, and then the fork. There's a forklift, a straw fork, bale fork, and we have a bunch of bale grabs, and then weights. And there's a lot of little the things that you should know that if you're going to use this pack, very important things that you should know. Otherwise, you're going to be very frustrated and not know why things aren't working and so forth and so on. So we're not going to do it all like this. As I said, we're going to do it in sections, and I'm going to explain things as I go. So I'm going to try to make this as easy to understand and straightforward as possible. And this way you can, if there's a particular attachment you're interested in, you can kind of skip forward to that one, as I'll be kind of, like I say, doing it in segments, probably doing the, we'll be doing them in segments, but it'll all be in this one video. So we'll get things set up, and we'll see you over there for the first segment, which is going to be the front loaders, because there's a few things going on with these you should know about. All right, so here we are. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the front lifter. There are 3 of them. They go in, we'll look at them in the store. However, there's an attachment option on here that you really need to know about, and I have a couple of buckets from this pack to demonstrate this. However, first we'll find them. Now, before I go too much further, the easiest way to find every single item in a DLC or a pack or a mod is going to mods and DLCs underneath your leased items and find the, here it is, the MX pack. And in here you will find every single mod that is connected with these, unless it's a placeable. The placeables do not, like a cow barn. If it's a pack like a cow barn or a factory that comes with trailers and such, you may not find it in here. So just so you know. Right, so the front lifter is actually going to be under front loaders. There we go, front loaders, and it's the attachment. So here we go. We got, they're all the same basically they're all the same pretty much. Slots are going to be anywhere from 8. I think the T410 is 8 slots. Everything else is less than 8 slots in the entire pack. So more or less 3 or 4 slots for the most part. All right, let's look at this. 110 or 100 horsepower for all 3 of them. So I'm not exactly sure why there's 3 of them, but it looks like there's 3 different styles, perhaps a little bit. They're a little different one way or the other. We have configuration of Mach 2, no, or yes. Now that, it looks like it's just an attachment type style. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what that does, because I've tried different scenarios. But the one thing that does make a difference is implement carrier option is the MX manual or the Euro manual. Now that is a very significant thing you need to pay attention to, because I will show you in a moment. Then we have color options, which is nice. You can make it any color you want. This one also has, this one has a 4th function, yes or no. That as well, I have no clue. I've tried all different things. I do not know what that does. I'm missing something obviously somewhere. I'm not sure if that's just a decorative item or it actually does something. I haven't really figured that out yet. Again, the MX manual, MX fast lock, which actually are the same thing, or the Euro manual, Euro fast lock. So the important thing is here, Euro or MX. Those are the two choices that are very important. Again, colors. And the third one, it also has a fourth function, and the manual, MX, manual or fast lock. Either one of those doesn't matter which one, but the Euro and the MX, those are things to remember. Now, let's get in here. And they are just like anything else when you hook it up. You have to have, let's get our help window on here. You should have the front loader option enabled on the vehicle. It doesn't matter if it's a stroll or quickie, whichever one, they'll all work. So first thing you will notice is the little stand pieces here don't automatically retract when you attach it. L1 and X will retract those pieces. That works on all, that's for all three of them. Other than that, everything else is exactly the same as any other front loader attachment. Now to detach, you're not going to be able to do it just like this. It's going to say you need to unfold L1 and X, lower the support. Now you can drop it, right? So just as long as you remember that, attach and unfold. It actually, folded or unfolded with those legs on there, you can still operate it either way. Right, now, I do not remember which one it was the year. I think this is the max setting attachment option. So I have a max and a Euro bucket, one of each, down on the ground. As you can see, this one's not, it's like, how come it doesn't connect? Well, this one does. What's the difference? Well, that's the catch with this pack. It's hard to see on here. If we just go quickly look at front loader tools and look at one of the buckets that I chose, this one, it has the MX attach MX or attach Euro. Now, that is, remember we talked about the front loader having a MX or a Euro attachment. The Euro will not connect to the MX and the MX will not attach to the Euro. Now, so that's why it's important when you're picking your front loader that you pick the same thing for your attachments. Now, here's one thing to note. Let's see, which one? I picked one as a Euro because Euro means, well, actually, all the front loader attachments in the game are Euro attachments. All right, so there we go. This is the Euro one, the Euro attachment and Euro bucket. So if we go into front loader tools and just pick the Albert universal bucket, it's not part of this pack. You need to unfold the tool. Yes, I know, I need to unfold. Wait a minute, it wasn't part of this pack. Why did I pick up? Oh dear. Did I not pick Euro? Yeah, that was the Euro. Okay, sorry about that. I had the wrong attacher attached. These two are MX attachers. This is the Euro attacher because We go over here. This is the Euro bucket. I'm using the MX attacher. And this is the Albert base game bucket. And you can attach it. So that is what's going on here. So if I drop this down, see how confusing. I mean, it can get quite confusing, and I'm not sure why the modder has decided to do two different attachments when, yeah. So here's a quickie. A quickie front loader. I loaded this one up real quick because I wanted to show you that yes, you can use the quickie front loader to pick up the tools set to Euro, as well as the MX set to Euro can pick up base game attachments. Now, so if you just go, so just to recap and try to make sense of this, any of these MX attachments you buy, just set it to Euro and it will be compatible with everything else in the game. Same with the buckets. If you just set it to Euro, it will be compatible with all the front lifters and attachers in the game. Just my advice would be completely forget all the attach MX options. Just disregard those. Only go with the Euro and you will be fine. It'll be compatible with everything else in the game, and that is my advice. So that's part one of all these. So that's the front lifters, what the attacher mean. As for the other bits and pieces, perhaps we'll discover that as I go further, but that's part one. Okay, on to the bucket section of the video coming up next. All right, so here we are. We are with the first set of buckets, and these are going to be found under front loader tools. And there we are, the MX. There is 4 of them, ranging from 960 liters, 965. Now the first one is only grass, hay, manure, silage, chaff, and straw. The next one will hold, looks like everything. So the first one is strictly only a silage bucket, and the others are everything buckets. They all have the same configurations and so forth and so on, and they go up from 960, 965, 1160, and 1655 for capacity. Let's look at the biggest one there. And they all have I think they all have side cover plate options. Oh, though the smallest one does not. It just has the Mach 2, which is, I believe, just an attacher type. If you can see right in the middle there, it changes attacher type, so it's basically meaningless. Of course, you want to go to the attach Euro. Don't forget that. And then color, we have every color, and that literally changes everything except the tines and the pushy things. Hydraulic cylinders. Yes, indeed. So there we go. The next 3 have the side cover plates, which are just cosmetic. Again, the Mach 2, which is the attacher, and of course set it to attach Euro and every color. Again, this one has all the same options and all the same options. Right, so we're going to pick the largest one here, of course, and zip around and just give it a little spin off, take it for a little spin. So, oh yes, operation L1, and of course it's a bucket, so you have the It's already got some in there. R1 and right stick opens and closes those jaws. So I do believe if this is working like others like it, we have filled our bucket with 1,667 liters. Now if I close that, it shouldn't dump. Yes. So that's how it works. That clamp is in this game. How it works is if that is closed, you can tip it and it will not dump out, which is kind of handy if you want to secure your load there before you go up to a really tall. If you want to just do that and then open, and it will empty out your bucket like so. So very handy dandy there. And that's it for this one. So that's the what do you call it? I don't know, they kind of call it a manure bucket or a. So they're all going to operate exactly the same as that. They have the different sizes and the color options and so forth. So that is your first 4 set of buckets. Moving on to the other bucket, the next set of buckets. Alrighty then, moving on to the next 3 buckets. They are just standard buckets, as you can see, color choices. For all the tests, I'm just going to use the one front loader with the Euro attachment, and all the objects will have the Euro attachment, just so you know. Now, you'll find these under front loader tools. And there we are, the 3 buckets. They hold everything. The first one's 840 liters. They're all 2 slots, by the way. 875 liter capacity and the 2395 liter capacity. Let's just look at the last one because it's just basically that. Again, set it to attach Euro and any of these colors that you want. Pink, perhaps? Maybe. Right, so let's hop in and attach the little guy. And I would expect this to, yeah. So fill up, dump it out, like so. Empties pretty quick. Let's try out the biggest one, of course. Now you can use any tractor, and if you set it to Euro attach, you can use the Quickie front lifter or the Hauer front lifter. Definitely the Quickie front lifter is the one that I tested, and there we go, just like that. 2,397 liters actually works quite well, and as you can see, dumps like so. And there it is, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. That is, those are the buckets. So now we'll move on to the next one. I do believe is TMR, or food mixers. Right on. So now we're on to the MXBD 2002. Oh, yeah, front loader. So I'm going to turn off my field info because, as you can see, these are TMR mixers or food mixers, and it's going to fill up the screen quite badly. So I just wanted to show you that because, oh really? It's still, oh, that's annoying. But it's a new feature, so it's going to be a little bit annoying for a little bit. What these are is you can find them. I found them under, of course, the MX pack. But if we go into here and animals, I do believe it should be, there we are. So the BD 2002 front loader and the BD 2002 3-point attachers. See, these are two, I'm going to say two of the same yet different, different attachers. So look at the front loader one first. Again, you have the silly Mach 2 yes or no. Grab, you have fixed tines, hydraulic silage grab, or mobile rotor. Those are going to show all three of those. We'll go back to this for a second because it shows better. Wearing controller blade. So that just basically adds another blade at the bottom. It really doesn't do anything that I can tell. Agitators, again, it's a cosmetic thing that just you can see them spin around if you like that. And of course, pick attach Euro is my recommendation. Color options, of course, all the standard. Ooh, that's crazy bright. So this one is literally exactly the same, except it is attached by a 3-point link. We have the fixed tines, hydraulic grab, mobile rotor, the wearing bar, the agitators yes or no, and the color options. That doesn't look too half bad. Of course, you can't change the color of the agitators or the other thing there. Right, okay, so we'll have to get our help window back on here, and it's going to, we're going to show all those crazy things pop up because that's what it does now. The operation of the front, they all operate exactly the same, but I'm going to attach this one to demonstrate. Let's get away from there. It's going to have that one still up for us, but we can do this. Now, we have turn on the mixing. So we're not going to see that. Let's open the grab first. There we go. So now we have your normal operation of a bucket, as you can see. If we can see that clearly here, hopefully. And get some light on it. There we go. So L1 and square turns on like so. So it's as you can see, it's a cattle feed mixer or TMR mixer. Really is what it is on a bucket. R1 tip side left or right. So we have tip side left or right, which means it's not, you don't, well, we'll show you. Right, so let's go pick up some silage, because it doesn't really matter what's in there. The mixing ratio is going to be okay, so it has it's not gonna let, is it gonna let me put in more? Oh, it's being a little bit difficult, isn't it? Why is that? Is it because it's turned on? Now I'm stuck. Come on. That's odd. You would think it would pick up this. Does it pick it up slowly on purpose because it's not supposed to have that much in there? I wonder. Right, so anyways, we have some in there already. We have tip side right on. So we should be able to L1 and R1 and triangle, and there it is. It will spit it out on the right side. Let's just try something a little bit different here. Let's see if we can fill it up with said product. Let's go with actual TMR, and yes, there we go. Okay, so and so pretend this is a cow barn. You're going to get that trigger, and you'll be able to dump it out in the cow barn like so. Of course, the let's see. Let's try that again with, let's try that with hay. Will it fill it all the way up? Oh, okay, so I'm not sure why it's having so much trouble picking it up off the ground, because it seems to easily fill, from a say if you were filling from a silo or something. Again, here if you tip it over and you have that closed, if you open that back up, oh, okay. Ah, so it doesn't dump out once it's full. You can't dump it out, as you can see here, but you have to unload it via the unload here option. Interesting. Yes, I haven't tried these out yet. We're trying it out together. Let's see, will it? Okay, that seemed to fill a little bit easier, although not totally full. I wonder if it's if it fills slowly on purpose in order not to overfill it. If that's the case, then that's pretty neat. Right. So anyways, that's the mixing buckets for the front loader. So let's just drop that. Let's drop this attacher and go hook up with the 3-point link. Now this one is, okay, so let's get out into the open where we don't have all that stuff showing up. Away from the other ones. Come on. How far away do I need to get? That's odd. It's still showing all the others. So sorry for that. We have a few different options here with this one. We have L1 and lower and raise. We have the turn on, and we have L1 and the right stick up and down manually, and tilt left and right. You can tilt it left and right. Also R1, you can tilt it up, R1 and right stick up and down. You can tilt it like so. And oh, the other option is if you have the swinging top or the closing top, I guess. We also have the R1 and down on your D-pad, tip side right or left. Let's try left for a minute. All right, and the unload here option. So let's get this and see if we can pick up some silage using this. See, that was a whole lot easier. There we go. That was a whole lot easier than it was with the front loader now, wasn't it? All right, so we got tip side left. I don't know why those other things are still showing. Oh, this is awkward. Let's go to tip side right because it's not going to be interfered with those silly mix ratio. Oh, why is it all three of them up there? That's weird. That's not normal. So L1, R1, and triangle again. Oh, it is going on the left side. There we go. And like so. Very neat. And that's, those are your mixing attachments. So I think we're going on to bale handling next. So we'll see in a bit. Actually, before we go on to bale handling, we do have a front fork attachment. And if we go into front loader tools, we should see it pop up here. There it is, the TR2500, $1,470. We have, of course, pick Euro, attach Euro. and whatever color you want, it's going to change just that. And so we'll hook it up here. So again, it's just like a front loader tool. If I could get the right angle here, we have right L1 and right stick. Let's see, let's get the nice angle here. You can it seems a little herky-jerky. Is it in like, oh, I think it goes in like it doesn't, oh, that's a little bit weird. Looks like it kind of goes in increments. Right, okay, so do they work? Let's narrow it up a little bit and see if we can, how bad of a mess we can make here. There we go. Alright, so not too bad. Seems to work. Is there anything else we should know about this? Lower support? No. So it's strictly just a regular set of forks for a front loader. And does it detach nicely too? Yeah, so it works pretty good. There you go. Now on to the bale handling. Bale spikes and, well, all sorts of other bale handling kind of stuff. Alright, so moving on to bale handling tools. We have several. We have the very basic spike, we have grabs, and we have 3 big spikes type loader type thingies, as it were. Now, where do we find these? Again, find it under front loader tools. And here we are, the manual L40, $475. We have, of course, I would recommend the attach Euro, and main color would be whatever that is. The spikes are going to stay the same. Moving on to the manual C30, that of course isn't the Mac 2, yes or no. Attacher type, of course, Euro, and the main color is going to be green, which is that. And the grab color you can change too, like so. Same is going to be for that. Same option for that. This one has an interesting choices. You can have it with the wrapped bale kit or without. So if you want, it really doesn't matter. Because what this is, it's not going to damage the wrap on the silage bales, but of course that doesn't matter in the game really. So with that on, you don't get the lower spikes. With that off, you get to choose attacher type, of course, Euro, and lower spike kit, yes or no. And the interesting little bit about the lower spike kit, we'll talk about that in a moment. The grab color, yeah, that's only if you have the wrap kit on, right? There we go. Moving on to the, the larger spike type grabbers. Sorry. 30 centimeter. So we have the Mach 2, the 30 centimeter height extension kit. No or yes. So that puts on a little top piece there. Again, Euro, and lower tine kit, we got 2, 3, 4, or 5, and the main color choice again. And that's going to be the same for this. We have another extension, yes or no, attacher type, lower tine kit up to 5, and a color option. And then the largest one, attacher type, Euro, again, lower tine kit up to 5, and color option. Right, okay, on to the nitty-gritty. The manual little itty-bitty one. We have some bales here. We're just going to test them all. Well, not all of them. We're going to test them out, make sure they... Yes, it spikes it. It's sufficiently not so sticky that it doesn't drop off. Very nice, works good. Right, okay, let's go down here. Let's just drop that off. Let's go to, no, not that one. There we go. All right, let's go to the largest one here. Now, this one, you can, of course, moves around just like a front attacher piece would. And R1 and right stick opens and closes that grab, like so. We drive over to the bale, get it lined up. Let's go to the one that's actually standing upright. And we go up to it. There we go, like so. And we have picked it up. Very nice. Oh. Yeah, very nice. Just like so. Like so, just like so. There was one that had an interesting extra, shall we say, option. Sorry about the camera. I'm trying to be nice. I do believe it was this one. Let's see if we can sneak in here. Excuse me, pardon me. Yes, I do believe this one had... Yes, okay. So this one had a little bit of an interesting option to it. Of course, it had the open and close. No spikes on this one or anything like that. We have the da-da-da-da. But we also have... Let's see if I can get a good look at it. It's kind of hard. Right here. L1 and R1 and right stick. Those little bars go forward and backwards. Now what exactly that's for, maybe to help center the piece or something, I'm not sure. All of these others grabbers, spike grabber things are the same. We'll just go to the big boy here. And again, it's like so. You'll be able to grab a stack of 3, I would say. And L1 and R1, again, R1 and right stick has that grab like so. Let's go down here and spike this one. There we go, lift that up. Again, so the spikes on the bottom, you don't have, remember the spikes on the bottom were optional. Now let's open that back up. Now, check this out. Let's go around here. Whoops. Guess that's why you have it grabbed. Okay, so say you're in a little bit of a delicate area and you want to be very exact at where you drop this. Well, take a look at this. L1 and X. Yes, you can remove those spikes. Notice they kind of go back. They just kind of like get put away, but you can switch between back and forth. And what I like to do sometimes is you take them off, and if you don't want to go and try and spiky things and you just want to really line something up very nicely without pushing it around too much, and L1 and X, and now it is firmly attached on your spikes. Press it again and drop it just like so. Very neat. I like that added little option that you didn't really expect to see that. And so that's kind of really neat. Actually, this fellow, I think it was this one. Yeah, this one here. This one also had the lower tine, so you could have it with the bale grab or the tine, remember, and the lower tines. And the lower tines on this one also did the disappearing, reappearing act, as all of these do actually. So from here, I do believe we move on to the weight section. All right, now we're moving on to the weights and the last section of this review. And this is the last, yes, as I said, the last section. However, it is by no means the least, because although they are just weights, there is some very unique and interesting pieces, abilities to these weights that you really need to see, because it is something for me kind of innovative and interesting, among other things. So first of all, where will we find them? Typically you're going to find it under weights. Goes without saying, I hope. And here we are. So we have the 600, 900, 1200, 1500 multi-bumper, which comes in at only 200 kilograms. Yeah, okay, I see why. And then a multi-mass 400 AD, so it's an additional weight, and then a multi-box. Right, so let's very plainly, the first four weights have all exactly the same options and everything, except for their one's bigger than the other. So we'll go to the last one, the multi-mass 1500. Bumper no, or so no with nothing. You can have 2.45 meter width, or wings, I guess you could say, and that can go up to 2.85. Deco, that's a decoration option. You can stick a decorative steel chainsaw in there. 3-point yes or no, that haven't noticed anything different between whether yes or no, so it's merely, I'm going to say, kind of merely a decoration. However, we'll put it on. They're all kind of default to yes. And then color, we have the main color of the body. Design color, let's make that, that's going to be, let's make that black. Yeah, that's the 3-point link. And the other one is the connectors on the ends. I think it's a little squirrely, doesn't it? Right, so that's the weight. Now we have the multi-bumper, $2,000 for this. We also have an option to widen it. Decorations, now see, it's got a bit of a box here. You can put useless stuff in there if you want to fill it up. That's not inconvenient at all, is there? Colors, yellow again, and the stripe color, I guess you could call it, would be that. Then we have the multi-mass 400 AD, 1009, 400 kilograms. And we have a color choice. This is a very interesting piece. We're going to talk about this a little bit more in much more detail. And a multi-box, again, you can have nothing in there, or you can fill it with junk that you can't remove. How about that? And the color option, any of those colors, you can match it to whatever tractor you like. Right, okay, now that we're done with that, let's hook up just this first one, because we put all the options on this one. Lights, it does have a little lights on the end. Does it have signals? No signals, or you can lower and raise the weight. Let's see here. You can also adjust the tilt and the height. Manual, be L1 and R1. Adjust the height and the tilt. Now it's got me to thinking whether that 3-point top link is letting me do those adjustments. So what we're going to do is not go in there. We're going to go in there and take off. Okay, we're going to leave the bumper on there, but we're going to take off that 3-point link and see if we are still allowed to do. Yeah, so the 3-point link on the top is purely decoration, because we can still raise, lower, and tilt. Right, so let's back this up. It does have a hitch on the front, as you can see. Well, as you can see now, there we go. There's the hitch. Let's see what it hooks up to. Let me just get a trailer or two and see what it hooks up to, so you do know. I'm going to suspect of automatically pin hitches usually connect, but ball hitches don't always connect. So we'll do it right here. Yes, and notice there's a marker pin designating exactly where the hitch is, and what did I say, stick or a marker of a sort to tell you where the attachment points and end points are. Yeah, no ball hitch. Let's get rid of those. We can get rid of that too. All right. So now that you know those, the way that works, let's drop that off for a moment and go over to here, which is the multi-bumper. Right. So multi-bumper, we have close hatch and open hatch, right? So now we have a small storage container with some items that we cannot remove as decoration only. Don't know how useful. If it was empty, you could probably throw a gas can in there or two. So you can open and close that. You can lower the weight all the way or raise it. And you do have the raise and lower manual at any angle or height you like. That could be very useful on the back end if you want to use it for some fast farming. Just a suggestion. Right, so dropping that off. Okay. Let's do the box first. Let's hook up let's hook up a small weight, because we're going to continue to use this for the other attachment. But this is the let's see if it would probably help if I turned my field info on. There we go. The MX multi-box. Right, so that actually, if you can notice the shape of it, let's lower our weight here. That is designed to attach to the outside of the front weight. Isn't that neat? Right, and it hooks up just like so. And now we have an extra little container. Now that isn't, you can't fill it with anything. You can also do like this. Let me see. Yes, you have the L1 and X closes that hatch. So now it is just an extra little storage device that you can attach to your front weight. That's pretty neat. So let's just drop that off and let's go to the star of the pack, I guess, or well, of the weights anyways. Now, you notice how that attached? Well, you see this additional weight. You kind of starting to get ideas, right? And of course, it also has a pin hitch on the front. So I think it's these attachments like so are recognizing these pin hitch. That's how he's, well, it doesn't really matter how they've done it. Just the fact that it works. Okay, so let's go up to here, and so we've hooked up the weight. And it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. That stand piece is still attached. Why didn't it disappear? What's going on? Well, as a matter of fact, that piece is let's say an extra piece. So if we look at our top picture there, we can scroll through the items. Now we've got the last item on that picture up there, and if I press X to detach it, that's what happens. Right? So now, yes, so that was a stand. Now you don't need, I'm not exactly sure why that has it, because you don't need it. You can detach it, and there it is. It's on the ground, so it's not like you can't attach it and detach it by itself. So a little bit of I understand it's probably a real world thing where the weight's on a stand, so it's easy to attach as an additional weight. So that could be it. Now let's just go back in there and have a little bit of fun, shall we? And let's pick another one because I want to show you something. This is one of the really neatest things. We're going to buy a bunch of them because say you need more than just another 400 kilograms of weight. Say you got something really heavy and it's on the back and you got, well, you just need more. So what do you do? Well, you hook up another one and then go to the front and drop that piece. What if you need more weight? Well, hook up another one and drop that. Whoops, drop that. There we go. And again, and you can make sure you're highlighting the very frontmost attachment when you're doing that, right? Okay, so you go ahead again. How much weight can we put on this without before it starts tipping over? Well, oops. It starts to get a little bit. There we go. You start to run out of attachment items. There we go. I've run out of. Yeah, I picked it. I've guessed right. Oh, that's pretty stout. I've got. Now, of course, that's entirely ridiculous, but it goes to prove a point. Now, what do we do with these? Well, actually, they now show up in our purchased items. Here they all are. You can actually sell them. You can sell them all. So once you've bought the item and attached them, you don't need them to reattach or anything. There's just really, you can just go ahead and sell them. And there's one left. Oh, here it is. The last one. So yeah, there you have it. That's really neat. Pretty cool that you literally can attach. And then, of course, you can just go ahead and attach. You can continue to do that. This is the box, of course. We have the other additional weight. And we have another one over here. There we go, another one. And there you have it. I think that's pretty much going to wrap things up. I don't think I missed anything, but I may have totally missed something. If you've noticed that I did have missed anything, or if you have a question, I will do my best to answer any and all questions. Thank you for watching. I'm Looney Farm Guy. This is the MX Pack by HardModding, NicoPixes, and UniversSimuModding. 64.16 megabytes to download. I'm Looney Farm Guy, and remember, it's only a game. So till next time, bye for now.